we love the National. We show up here. People thought, oh, Fanatics Fest is trying to harm the National. Absolutely not.
All right, what's going on, guys? We are back with a very special interview today. Fanatics Collectibles CEO Mike Mahan has taken time out of his busy day to join us live from the National. Mike, thank you for sitting down.
I really appreciate you having me.
This is going to be a lot of fun. You're one of the first two-time guests here on the pod, and you're obviously such an influential name in the space now. You do some incredible work at Fanatics. What has your time so far on the show floor been like?
Well, look, I'm on the floor as an executive. I'm on the floor as a collector.
Yep.
So, but as a collector and as an executive in the space, it's been awesome to see where the hobby's at. I think this is a proxy for the enthusiasm, the number of collectors. When you have on a Thursday people getting turned away because of capacity issues, that tells you that the enthusiasm for the hobby is really strong right now. Here's the good news. I think we're at the beginning. I really do. I think we're at the beginning of a wave where collecting is going more into the mainstream. Collecting is a natural extension of passion around sports and entertainment. And with some of the products we have coming, with some of the licenses we have coming, I really do think we're just getting started.
It's funny you mentioned some of the products you have coming, and I know we only have a couple minutes, so I'll save that for later. But I caught a nice big grin there, so I'm excited to understand in a future interview what that means. But
well, look, here's what I'll say. Look at a lot of the things we've done with baseball and think about how those would be in other sports, and then there's going to be a lot of unique things that we do for each sport, and then there might be some things we do across all sports. So stay tuned.
Well, excited for that. Now, as you're out there on the show floor, as an executive and as a collector, what are you hearing? Catching up with the dealers, some of your card shops, some of your breakers, collectors alike, that is valuable to Fanatics moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, we take feedback very seriously, and while the industry is at all-time highs, the business is healthy, we don't take anything for granted. And we believe that you have to have a great collector experience in order to have a sustainable ecosystem for years to come, and we relentlessly focus on that. So anything we can do to improve that is really important to us. So we listen to collectors, we listen to hobby shops, we listen to breakers, we listen to retailers, we listen to our licensors. We try to really incorporate feedback in each and everything we do. I think for the most part, people are really happy with the way things are going. There's obviously some concerns around, hey, as more people come in and as existing collectors want to do more, that prices go higher and price people out. And so we're sensitive to things like that, and we try to make product that's accessible for entry-level collectors and casual collectors and things like Dynasty, right? The market's going to drive those prices and take it where it wants to take it, and that's fundamental to the business. So we recognize that you can't please everyone all the time, but by and large, people vote with their wallets, they vote with the fact that they're here, and people are really excited about where this is and where it's going.
Yeah, that's one thing I give Topps a lot of credit for. Topps Fanatics a lot of credit for is the willingness to take feedback. I had a conversation on here the other day with a collector around the idea of, like, I don't envy your position of trying to provide the right number of product in the market and trying to allow every collector an opportunity to buy high end or low end. Like, it's definitely a delicate balance. So, but again, I mentioned, Fanatics willingness to take feedback. You guys definitely don't shy from that, and I think that's one thing I just have admired about you guys so early. And because again, this has only been a couple years now, but the willingness to take feedback, I think, has been incredible.
Well, thank you. It's an important part of our process, and it allows us to really improve. And there's a lot of different constituencies of collectors, and we try to
Sure.
listen to all of them. And one of the things that's been really important as we developed big innovations like the debut patch
Yep.
or like the gold logo man, we didn't put those in Dynasty or Diamond Icons or Royalty like everyone thought we would,
Sure.
right? We put those in Chrome and Chrome updates.
Yep.
And that was really to make them accessible to a much broader base of collectors.
Yeah.
Right? And you saw an 11-year-old kid
Yeah.
hit the Steens debut patch, and
Yep.
you know, like anyone can get Chrome, anyone can get Chrome updates, anyone can get these products, and that's important to us. We think democratizing the hobby in that way is a big part of what we're trying to do.
I love it. Now, I'm sure the audience probably caught some of the background noise. It is packed in here.
Facts.
You mentioned it yesterday. I'm sure everybody has seen the videos. The line for general admission got to the Lowe's Hotel. I will say early, this appears to be the biggest national ever. That's one man's opinion. But as we sit here and we look around, how do you envision Fanatics helping with growth and the evolution of events like this in the space?
Well, I think for us, we really view our role to enhance the collector experience anywhere and everywhere we can. And we love the National. We show up here. You know, people thought, oh, Fanatics Fest is trying to harm the National. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Right? Fanatics Fest, from a collectibles perspective, was really about getting sports fans into the hobby for the first time.
Sure.
And engaging with existing collectors. Okay,
Yeah.
we wanted that experience to be great. This is about super serving the existing collector. I mean,
Yep.
I'm sure there's a lot of people coming for the first time here, but for the most part, these are experienced, active collectors that are coming to this show. And so both of those things are really important. And we've sat down with the National, and look, 2 years ago, what happened? The AC didn't work, the Wi-Fi didn't work, and we said, hey, look, we want to be supportive, we want to be here for years to come, but these things do not work for collectors. They're not a proper representation of where our industry is, much less where we want to take it.
Sure.
And to their credit, right, despite all of these challenges, they've built the infrastructure to make it work. They've built a great show. You know, look, they can't account for the sheer number of people, but
Sure.
the flow's great. I mean, they've really done a terrific job. And so for us, if we see something that's not working for the collector, even if it's not our business, we're going to try to enhance or improve it, because the collecting experience is not just defined as opening Topps products.
Yep.
It involves grading, it involves selling, it involves buying, it involves shows, it involves how you interact with athletes, it involves customer service. So there's so many things that play into the collector experience, and we care about all of it.
Now, you mentioned Fanatics Fest. As someone who's gone to both of those and has been at every national for a while, one thing I've noticed early is Fanatics Fest is a lot more, from a Topps perspective, has been a lot more focused on show exclusive product. So you have F1 this year, you had 3 this year, Cactus Jack, the Topps baseball, and F1. Topps at the National is a lot more wrapper redemption. Rip the seal off a Heritage, get your redemption pack. Do you envision a world, we're going to sit here a year from now, and you'll have the basketball and the football license. As we look out, do you envision a world where the National, maybe they have both of them at both shows, so the National has show exclusive product and Fanatics Fest has maybe a wrapper redemption?
Yeah, I would say unlikely, but anything's possible. I think for us, we try not to do too many exclusives because we don't want to water down the notion of what an exclusive is. But I'll say this, I think how we show up at the National really matters.
Yep.
I think our ambition is, given just where this show is, we want to show up bigger than we've ever shown up before next year. And so we have to come up with what that means and really come up with a plan, but we're gonna show up in a big way next year, and it's gonna be great for collectors.
I'm really looking forward to that. Now, you just had Fanatics Fest 7 weeks ago. We sit here now. These are the 2 premier events for sports cards in the industry. Can you give us maybe a little peek behind the curtain on what it has been like preparing for the second Fanatics Fest, and then to come here at the biggest card show in the world at the moment and say, this is what's been going on.
Well, Fanatics Fest is a massive effort. I mean,
Yeah,
not just at collectibles, but
sure,
institutionally, because
sure.
you're bringing in all these athletes and celebrities that are important to us, and all these dealers that are important to us, of course, all these collectors, and it's our show, it's our name on the door, right?
Yep.
So everything has to work, and there were, I thought last year was a great start, but there were some mistakes and some kinks we had to work out. So
Yep.
it's just a massive amount of work to get it
Yep.
going, and I thought it paid off, and
Yeah.
thank you for the kind words you said.
Yep.
The National, we've done it forever,
Yeah.
right? So it's a lot easier to show up, and it's a lot more turnkey, if you will. That, by the way, that doesn't mean it's not equally as important, okay?
Sure.
That just means it's easier
Sure.
because we've built that muscle,
Yeah.
and someone else is worried about
Yeah.
all the things that
Yeah.
we would otherwise be worried
Yeah.
about. So, but I want to, as I said, I want to show up really big at both of them next year. I want to really up our game in terms of just our presence, and really have an exhibit that's befitting of the state of the business.
We're about halfway through 2025, and it's been amazing so far. But 2026 appears to be a really big year for you guys with both licenses, a third Fanatics Fest, and how crazy the second one was, and then the National. I'm excited for 2026.
It's going to be great. I will tell you, some of the products we have coming in basketball and football are just really special. When you see some of the stuff we've done in baseball, how that's applied,
Yep.
really exciting. And then we have some unique things coming for both basketball and football that I think are really going to excite people.
And a complete one-off. Like, even I talk about this product a lot, even royalty, what's not been in baseball before. You get that in UFC, and then tennis. I ripped tennis. I thought it was amazing. So excited to see the
Well,
innovation.
it's coming for baseball too.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
Well, I know you're super busy. I'm very grateful for the time. As I wrap this up, as you've been on the show floor, is there maybe a moment, a card, an interaction, anything that stands out to you so far that really sums up why you love the hobby?
We just hear stories all the time about people coming together, about successful entrepreneurs. You know, we were with the team from Suncoast yesterday, and they were talking about they came in as collectors. Now they started a business, and just what cards have done to strengthen their relationship and their marriage, and how it's really brought them together. And it was just really touching to listen to. And there's so many stories about how much this means to people. And
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the Joy of Collecting thing that we did
Yep.
last year, but
Oh yeah.
you know, when I think about collecting with my own boys,
Yeah.
and I think about the fact that the things we're doing today are the things they're going to be thinking about 30 years from now, and that we're building tomorrow's memories today, that's what people should think about the hobby. They're building life skills, they're building memories, and they're having a lot of good, clean, wholesome fun doing it. And that to me is special. This is a great community. Not like anything else, not perfect, but it's awesome.
Amazing. I love that. Great question to end on, and again, thank you so much
All right,
for the
thanks
time.
for having me. Appreciate it.
Thank you.